Yeah, this the Truth Serum on Twitter, aka Blackout. On this video, I want to talk about why basketball players die early. Something that you probably never really thought about, why they die so early. Well, for one, mostly all basketball players that's like, I say anywhere from 6'5" on up to 7 feet, they ain't gonna live long. And most of these athletes that do rigorous sports don't live long. Like weightlifters, they don't live long either. I'm gonna tell you the reason why they die early. Because your heart is designed to beat maybe 1.5 to 2 billion times during a lifetime. But see, they'll tell you that your heart designed to beat 1 billion times. That's a lie. It's designed to beat 1 billion times now because of all the junk food that we eat. So your heart not gonna last that long anymore because we don't forage for food or eat from the ground. And most basketball players, they don't forage for food or eat from the ground either. They eat a diet that those dietitianaries give them, which is junk. And if you look, a lot of them have a lot of blood clots around in their veins, a lot of blood clots, and a lot of thrombosis. You know what I mean? I know if you don't know what that means, go look it up. Thrombosis, blood clots. So your heart designed to beat a certain amount of minutes, right? A certain amount of beats during your whole life. So if you doing rigorous exercises every day from the time you from the time you put a basketball in your hand, which most players put a basketball in their hand really early, at 6, 7 years old. So you running, your heart beating and beating and beating. Like I said before, your heart's designed to beat a certain amount of beats per minute and a certain amount of beats per lifespan. Now, if you're doing practicing, it's like if you're an NBA player, you do 82 games, but then you do probably 160 practices. So your heart is really overworked, stressed. And that's what kills most NBA players, stress, because their heart is stressed. Their heart is overworked. It's called arrhythmia, heart disease, from the foods that they eat. Your body is not designed to eat crap. Your body is designed to eat food only from the Creator. And that is plantain, weeds and seeds, apple seeds, any kind of seeds, avocado seeds, you know what I mean? Plum seeds, bust them up and eat them. But this is why basketball players die early, and I think that if basketball players, you know, I think that basketball players, if they're gonna die early and sacrifice their life, then they should get paid the amount of money that they supposed to get paid, and not putting a cap on the basketball player's salary to keep them from owning the team, to keep them from realizing what's happening, to keep them on the court. That's why they put a cap on their money. Everybody know LeBron James worth what? $600 million on a 4-year contract. What did they give him? $140 million. I say LeBron James probably worth more than that. He probably worth maybe $600 million on a maybe on a 3-year contract. And Steph Curry too. Because look at all of the money that the NBA make off of those players. You know what I mean? The NBA probably make $1 trillion off 3 players in 2 years. Steph Curry, LeBron James, and KD. They probably make $1 trillion off of them. But if you add all of them salaries together for the year, it's only like $100 million. When they know good and well they done made like 40, 50, 60 billion dollars off of them every year. You see what I'm saying? And football players too. Most athletes, swimmers. And just think about this. Swimmers that swim in that pool water all day, it affects their pineal glands. It's like, what is chlorine? Chlorine is atomic number 17, an irritant. And they don't tell you that it attacks your pineal glands. So you in that pool water all day, and you holding your breath while you swimming sometimes. Do you think that's healthy? Do you think they're gonna tell those swimmers that? Have a swimmer ever thought about that? Plus on top of that, the weight you gotta use, and it'll give you blood clots, a heart arrhythmia, heart disease. You know what I mean? Just think about it. This is why all of those major sports, like ask yourself, have you ever seen a 90-year-old basketball player that's 7 feet tall or 6'9"? Have you ever seen one? Have you ever seen an old weightlifter? An old man that used to weightlift? Have you ever seen one? And you probably won't see one because of the food that they eat is bad for you. All of the rigorous exercises that they doing, making their heart beat really fast. The heart's not designed to beat those many times per minute, running up and down the court. They got a short lifespan. It's the Truth Serum on Twitter. Like, subscribe, and share this video. It's the Truth Serum on Twitter.